Alright, me babbers, Bristolian Dave back here once again, and today I'm a couple of days late on it, but I'm going to give you my video for what I watched in January, February, March, April. So, I've got a big, well, I say big stack of stuff. I've got a stack of stuff that I watched. I'll go through it quickly with you guys, but I also watched some stuff on streaming as well, which I'll cover too. So yeah, shall we dive in? Let's do it. So remember guys, as we go through this, if you're liking the video, hit that like button, all right? Give it a big thumbs up, all right? And subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Bristolian Dave goodness. I do appreciate it. Every subscriber is very, very well received. And any comments you have about anything I watched or any of my opinions, anything basically, leave it down below. All right, I appreciate it. I love chatting with you guys, and yeah, just leave a comment. All right, so let's pull the sleeves up. Let's get into it. So what did I watch this month? Let's start with a carry on from last month. So last month you would have seen I watched complete first 6 seasons of Modern Family. Well, I continued that trend this month and I watched season 7. Again, it continues to be one of my favorite comedy shows at the moment that I'm watching. It's hilarious. It takes the piss out of everything, and yeah, it's nice to see the different family dynamics, the kind of shit they get up to, and the character development in this is really good as well, especially for a comedy series. But I suppose by the time you get season 7, it better be to carry on, you know. And then I continued and I did watch season 8. This you'll be seeing in a media collection update soon. I haven't got around to filming that one yet, but it's coming. I got a big pile of stuff over there to show you guys. But yeah, season 8 continues in the same vein. The quality's been there the whole way through, but it's starting to be a bit weird because now you're starting to see like the kids that were in it at the start are now starting to grow up, and they're now bigger kids, and it's like, it's a reminder that time goes quickly, guys. I don't like it, but I like the series. And then I watched some movies. Now I didn't get through as many movies as I wanted to. I really didn't. I watched this X. Now I went into this pretty blind. I didn't know what it was about except from the blurb on the back. So basically this movie is a horror movie with Mia Goth, who is quite popular in the horror scene at the moment because she also done Pearl, which is related to this. This is like technically a prequel, I think. I haven't watched it yet, but I definitely plan to after seeing this because this was very enjoyable. This movie is, the basic of the movie is that a group of people are going to a rural area to film a more sophisticated type of porno, basically. And they end up on someone's farm, and all hell breaks loose. And yeah, there's murders and blood and fucked up shit. And it's really good. It's really, really good. I try not to spoil too much of it because I don't want to spoil any twists or anything like that. But yeah, the cast will do well in it. It's got, what's her name out of Pitch Perfect? Brittany Snow. Yeah, she was in Pitch Perfect. She was in that one with Batista as well, wasn't she? Can't remember what it's called. I enjoyed it. I can't remember what it's called. I own it. I own it as well, of course. Jenna Ortega's in this as well. Wednesday Addams, for those of you who have seen that, which I really enjoyed that series as well. But yeah, I highly recommend it. If you're a horror fan, give this a watch. It's really, really well done. The cinematography is done so well that it feels like an older movie. Like, it doesn't come across as being made like last year. It actually feels like it was made sort of 70s, 80s. So they did really, really well with that. Who directed it? Written and directed by T. West. So I'll be looking out for more stuff by T. West. And then I watched Yardie. As you can see, this is the exclusive HMV edition. That includes the art cards. I don't know why I buy them, because I don't really do anything with the art cards. They just stay in the case, but oh well. This is really good. Yardie it starts off in Jamaica, and then it's about a Jamaican kiddie whose family gets murdered, and then he goes to the UK, and in London to be specific, and tries to get a new life for himself, where he reunites with his wife and kid, and then it goes through about basically like gang life. It's actually really good, really good. What made me laugh was I always forget his name. Stephen Graham, is that the guy? Yeah, Stephen Graham. Have you seen him there? Stephen Graham. He's in loads of stuff. He's one of those guys that you know, but you always forget his name. Him doing a half Jamaican, half London accent was quite funny. But no, this was actually a really good movie. I did enjoy it, and yeah, everyone did a good job in it. And then we went from that, we went to ID. Now, ID is football hooligan movie with a twist. So, I love my football hooligan movies. Green Street, fantastic movie. Football Factory, love that movie as well. This is slightly different in the fact it relates to undercover cops. So going in and trying to basically get the top guys inside of a football firm. One guy, there's 4 of them, one guy gets a bit too into it and kind of changes as part of it. So it shows how the culture of being part of a firm, being part of a team, being like in that environment can change you and make you into something you might not have been if you weren't there in the first place. So it's quite it's different. It's not your all out, like Football Factory and Green Street were more sort of like about the violence and everything. This is more about the way in which it influences people. So it's very interesting, very, very good movie. And I recommend it. I thought I had number 2, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to check number 2. Apparently it's not as good, but yeah. And then the ending caught me off guard, but actually it was quite an interesting ending in regards to the message of the movie. And then I watched this. Now this was very, very good. This is a 5 centimeters per second. This is an anime. I'll show you the steelbook because it looks really nice. Open it. Very nice steelbook. 2 discs. Comes with the original soundtrack. This one is one of the ones I got on the Anime Unlimited sale. I think it was a tenner, if I remember rightly. Yeah, so again, I went into this not knowing much about it, to be honest. But I really enjoyed it because it's from the same director. I can't remember the name. Makoto Shinkai, who did Your Name and Weathering with You. Both anime movies that I absolutely love. They are fantastic. At the moment, especially in anime, there is a big resurgence on anime movies. There's so much good stuff coming out, so I highly recommend watching it. And most of them you can get dubbed, so if you're not into the subtitles, you can watch them dubbed as well, which for anime is different. It's not like watching a dubbed movie. All right. But yeah, so this is basically, it's 3 separate but interconnecting stories, which does make a lot of sense, of a boy who's, it's basically his journey with a girl he fell in love with in school, and we find out whether or not they'll end up together in the end. It's very interesting in the fact that the way it was filmed, I thought it was like when the first part ended, I thought it was like, oh, that's the end of the movie, and then sort of the next part started up, so that was quite interesting. I'm babbling, but I'll read it out because it'll explain it better than I can. So Takaki and Akari become best friends after transferring into the same elementary school. However, the two are separated following their elementary school graduation. As they place their feelings for each other behind them, time passes by. Then one snowy day, Takaki is about to be reunited with Akari as he sits on the train from Tokyo. His meeting with Akari, drawing ever closer memories of the past, rush through Takaki's head, join Takaki on a journey into 3 interconnected tales of love and lost innocence that span the minutes and months of their lives. So, I think that says it better than anything I could say, to be honest. Very, very good. I highly recommend you check it out if you haven't already. And definitely start checking out some more anime movies if you haven't, and broaden the horizons a little bit. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Now, the final thing I watched, technically this is 3 movies and a series. I watched it on Crunchyroll because I was highly recommended it. So I'll show you the movies. So the movies I watched were My Hero Academia, 2 Heroes, and then Heroes Rising, and also My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. Now, I watched these in where they're supposed to be watched in the series. So I watched seasons 1 through to 6 of My Hero Academia. I'll leave a little graphic up there so you know what I'm talking about. All I can say is fantastic. Seriously good anime. I highly recommend it. It's basically the journey of Deku, Minoria, who is a quirkless. It helps if I explain. So quirks are superpowers, basically. So humans have developed these superpowers, but not everyone has one, and Deku is one of those who doesn't. So through the story, he develops a quirk by getting given it by the world's greatest hero. But it's not as simple as now you have the power. He has to train, and he has to work on it, and he has to improve his body, his physical shape and everything, to try and use this power without it killing him. The journey is really good because it builds up all his classmates. It builds a great world where you can see all the different heroes. There are multiple villains. Obviously, with superpowers comes the choice: do you be a good guy or a bad guy? And some of these quirks are really inventive. Like, there's a guy who's he's an absolute pervert, but he's got like sticky balls that he pulls off his head instead of hair, and they're like super sticky, and that's a superpower. But the way he uses it sometimes is like, I didn't think of that. It's really cool. Really cool. So the writing's really great on it. The animation is fantastic as well. Yeah, there was moments in it which, like, I think throughout the series and movies, I think there was like 4 moments that made me tear up on this thing. So good. And I cannot wait. There should be at least 1 more series to finish it off. I know there's been talk of them extending it to 2 more series because of how popular it is. But yeah, it's fantastic. You've got, this is basically My Hero Academia. With how bad the Marvel situation is at the moment, if I was them, I'd start looking at this kind of thing to get back to the proper hero story, like the classic hero story, good versus evil. And it's just the way they do it, like the way they make you actually care for characters, even side characters. Give it a couple of 20-minute episodes and you're actually caring about one of the side characters that you're like, didn't think much of him before. It really fucking good. Seriously. So if you haven't checked it out, check out My Hero Academia. It is streaming on Crunchyroll. I know I shouldn't promote streaming, being a physical media guy and everything. But they can go hand in hand, you know. So definitely do that. If not, buy the box sets, your choice. And then get the movies. Give it a watch. It's fantastic. Honestly, you will not regret it. And I'd say that's my recommendation of the month for you. I've never done one before, but that is it for you. Alright guys, so that is everything. So let me know down in the comments what you thought of the stuff I watched. Have you seen any of it? What were your thoughts, feelings of it? Do you disagree with me? Some of it's shit, some of it good. I don't know. It's up to you. Let me know. And if you haven't already, guys, hit that like button so I know that you guys enjoy me doing these types of videos. And do subscribe to the channel, all right? It does help me know that what I do is getting watched by people, and I build a Bristolian Dave community over here, which I really appreciate. I got some fantastic subscribers, especially during the live streams. Like, you guys pop up in the chats, and you're fantastic. So thank you very much for that. Words of wisdom for the day. I'm struggling here. Let's go with something in your life makes you unhappy, and you have the ability to change it. Do it. Change it. Make yourself happy. Life's too short to be unhappy. It's not worth it, regardless of whatever that may be. All right. So, without further ado, I will leave you there. Cheers, my babbers. See you next time.